Okay, so we looked at circumference and diameter and radius, and now we're going to use that information to find the area of a circle. So we're given the equation that the radius of a circle, the area of a circle is equal to pi times our radius squared. Or it looks like this, A equals pi r squared. So this gives us the formula we're going to use to find the surface area. So now, in this problem right here, it says find the area of the circle. It says use 3.14 for pi. And it shows that our radius is 5. So down here, we've got our equation. And now we're just substituting the values we know into the equation. We know pi is 3.14. We know r is 5. So area equals 3.14 times 5 squared. So order of operations, we do squares first. 5 times 5 is 25. And now it's just 3.14 times 25. And that will give us our answer here of 78.5 centimeters squared. Okay, so once again, we're just using this equation and we're substituting in the numbers given for the variables. Okay, over here, here's another example. So same thing, except one, it gives us a diameter, and then it wants us to use 22/7 instead of 3.14. So you're still going to set it up the same way, except here, right here, we note that the radius is half of our diameter, and if our diameter is 14, then we divide 14 by 2. So 14 divided by 2, and that gives us our 7. So now we know our radius. And once again, you're just going to plug that radius in down here. We plug in our 22/7 for our pi value, and we get area equals 22/7 times 7 squared. Well, 7 squared is 49. 49 times 22/7. Well, you can cross simplify. 49 is the same as 49 over 1. 7 goes into 7 and 49, and we're left with 7 over here, and this would become 1. So now it's just 22 times 7. And when you take that, you get the area of the circle, which is 154. So once again, we're using that area equals pi r squared, and we're just substituting in our value for r and our value for pi. So we've got 3 more examples we're going to look at here. So once again, we've got the equation. We're told r equals 3 and pi, we're going to use 3.14. So we plug this value in for r, so we get 3 squared, which becomes 9. And pi is our 3.14. So now area just equals our pi times our radius squared, which in this case is 9. And when you multiply 3.14 or pi times 9, our radius squared, you get 28.26. Okay, same thing over here. We're using the same equation, except we're given diameter. So diameter is 12. We know radius is half of the diameter. So 2r equals d. So r equals d divided by 2, or 12 divided by 2, which gives us 6. So we found our radius. Now we can plug in r, or 6 in for r right here, which then we get down here. So 6 squared is 36. Pi is 3.14. So we take 3.14 and times it by 36, which is our radius squared. And we get our area of 113.04 centimeters squared. And surface area, we're always going to be dealing with our dimensions in square units. So square inches, square feet, square centimeters. Okay, so last example. You have a circle yard enclosed by 188.4 feet of fence. What is the surface area of the lawn? The fence length is the circumference of a circle. So we need to find r, and we can find r by setting up our circumference, or we know that circumference is equal to 2 pi r, so we can rewrite this, solve for r, and we get this equation right here. C divided by 2 pi equals r. So this is what we covered in the last unit. So now, using this, we can solve for r. Well, we know our circumference is 188.4. So we divide that by 2 times 3.14, so 2 times pi. And that gives us our radius. And you'll see right here, we come up with our radius being 30. So now that we found our radius, we're just going to use our equation to solve for surface area of a circle. So we're looking for area, or we're looking for A. We know pi, we know r now. Now we're just plugging in the values. R is 30, so 30 squared times pi, which is 3.14. So our area is equal to 3.14 times 900. 900 is 30 squared. So once you take that and multiply them together, you get 2,826 feet squared. So this is how you're going to use the equation or the formula for area of a circle. You're just going to be plugging in the values that you are given. So your radius, you might have to find your radius by dividing the diameter by 2, or you might have to solve for r, given a circumference. But once you have that value, you just plug it into the equation here and solve for your surface